Hey everybody, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. So, I just got through eating a very big, lovely lunch. My tummy's so full. But I like spicy California rolls. What can I say? So, since I'm sitting here and letting my lunch digest, and I finished up doing a react to Foodie Beauty, and I was on 10 the entire time. Like the spicy roast came out. I thought we'd bring it down a notch by sitting down to relax and letting doing a react to Neo Taro's newest reading on Foodie Beauty. So, Foodie is due for a visa run in a couple of weeks, maybe a little bit less than that. I'm not exactly sure when she's going to be either going back to Canada or going wherever it is she plans to go, but we know she's got to go. And Foodie herself has been telling on herself just based on her behavior. Chantal does not have a poker face. She tells on herself with her getting ragey. Usually that happens when there's either something going on with her or she's got to travel because she hates to travel. So Neo did this wonderful reading on Foodie, talking about the visa run. And also in the reading, it is revealed that Neo, she's very sensitive. She's very spiritually sensitive. And she's been picking up on the fact that Foodie, you're doing something. I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing something. Maybe you're doing something magically, spiritually, perhaps with rituals or spell work, and you're trying to mess around with Neo. Not a good idea. I don't know how many times we got to have this conversation, but I guess we're going to have it over and over until you learn. Trying to mess with people on a spiritual level, it never works out well. Absolutely does it not work out well. You're already in a place of misery and negative energy and chaos. Why make the situation even worse? Because those who are spiritually sensitive, that they have very strong ancestors and guides, you're not going to get through their wall of protection. Like everybody has spiritual guides that help us out in life by giving us insight, perhaps inner insight, and just trying to mess around with other people's guides or their direction or their will. It's not a good idea. But Neo's picking up on some stuff that you're doing. And Neo, I keep feeling like whoever or whatever it is, it's not a who, it's a whom. There's more than one. I think there's definitely more than one, but it doesn't matter because she's not going to break through your wall of protection, pretty mama. She's just not gonna. She's just going to keep trying, though, just trying to be petty, but it's all going to boomerang and hit her in the back of the head. And I guess she's going to get knocked in the head until she figures it out. But enough gabbing, y'all. How about we get into the wonderful, wonderful reading by Neo Tarot? And I hope you guys enjoy. So just kick back with a nice, lovely cup of coffee or tea, perhaps a snack. And I will leave a link for Neo's original video down below in the description. And I encourage everybody to check out the lovely, the talented, the incredible Neo Tarot. So let me just go ahead and blow this up. Perfect. Take it away, Neo.
Entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You got to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. So listen, you guys. One of the subbies hit me up recently. It was like, girl. I said, here I come, girl. So let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit wants me to share. I feel like I'm about to be a little longer than normal. So
before you get started, Neo, can I just say this in advance? Looking at these two cards together, the Sweet Tooth card and this Blowing Up a Storm card, I was watching this reading last night and I kept thinking of this old movie called The Serpent and the Rainbow. I don't know why that movie is significant. I've watched it before. It's a really great movie, but it has to do with voodoo. Is it Haitian voodoo? Like it's a really great movie, but I kept feeling like that is significant. That movie, The Serpent and the Rainbow, Serpent, Rainbow. So like I just want to put that out there to you.
So bear with me. Okay. Um, okay. So spirit is acknowledging that there's this energy that she's being lured into someone's emotional abyss and unable to keep her head above water. Water sign energy is here, acknowledging anxiety, depression. Subby also said something about a visa run. So we'll get into that because it just popped into my head. Spirit is acknowledging that there's this energy of being lured out with a temptation of adder intimacy, a message of love. This is shattering, okay? This is bringing down the walls, for lack of better words. There is this energy of there being alignment. This is happening to bring balance, to bring alignment. But this does affect the heart chakra, creating total misalignment in the chakras. The chakras cannot function. So that's that. Listen, really quickly also, there's upheaval, there's divorce, there's change, there's chaos, there's madness, there's sadness. Okay. And spirit is also acknowledging that to continue to look forward, that these mountains, these are ups and downs, these are peaks and valleys, and they will be continued to be spoken about, to be talked about. And again, this does create imbalance in her heart chakra and or delays, right? Creating total misalignment. And so as she moves forward, look forward, but also know that your choices matter, right? Spirit is acknowledging that her boat is stalled, and there's nowhere to go in that regard. And it's like pause. And again, it keeps acknowledging that this is a moment of reflection to take accountability and responsibility if she chooses. Both equal direction for me. And then again, we see water and how it's very calm and cool. And spirit is giving her opportunity to do right, to make a better choice, to make a better choice. Like spirit keeps saying, to make a better choice. But I don't know how many more times spirit is going to give you this opportunity. That's your business. That's your problem. Not my business, not my problem.
I'm getting a message right now from Spirit, Chantal. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. You won't get in the boat. Get in the boat. It's time to go home. Get in the boat. Get in the boat to go over here. Go over here. Go back to Canada. Go home. Get in the boat. You won't get in the boat. Girl, why won't you get in the boat? You're in Kuwait and you are sinking. In every way, you are sinking. There is absolutely nothing for you in Kuwait. You're sinking in Kuwait. Get in the boat. Stop being stubborn. Get in the boat. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. You know what I think, Chantal? I think Neo, she's not gotten in the boat yet, and I've done readings on this privately. I don't think she's figured out where she's going to go. I think she's got a few options on the table. There's one option on the table from somebody that she's never met that wants to have her pay a private personal visit, but she doesn't want to visit this person. She doesn't want to see him, but that is just one option. She's weighing her options. She's trying to figure out the best place to go. Like, what is the better deal? What is the sweetest deal? And Chantal has always done things by the seat of her pants. Always, she's a last minute Linda. Like that, she doesn't plan anything, she doesn't schedule anything. It is everything's just last minute, last minute, last minute. So until that last minute arrives, she's not going to get in the boat. Get in the boat, girl. It's time to sail away. Sail away, Chantal. Get in the boat.
But if she is able to see the silver lining, great. If not, it's going to feel like chaos. It's going to feel like an upheaval. It's going to feel like ruin. It's going to feel like, I don't know why, but I'm panting. Like, what is that about? Spirit is also acknowledging there's a treasured objective. If the good Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. But in this moment of halt, in this moment of stillness, there is something happening here. There is a lot of communication around being as sweet as a Georgia peach. There is what feels like exposing energy. I think that she might want to be careful. That's her choice. But it feels like you're about to get exposed for something that you would have never wanted people to know, hear, and or see. Yeah, it feels like somebody has something on you, and it's a ticking time bomb. Like I always get this energy when I read on her. And this has to do with some kind of flirtation, some type of delicious experience. That's your business.
Sounds like Anime Sucks. One of her big money super chatters that every so often he gives her money and then he stops. I think they're fighting or he's playing hardball with her, giving her money. This person, Anime Sucks, when it comes to the food fetish, as far as the feeders, Anime Sucks is he's an unusual feeder. Where most people who are feeders, they want to stay in the dark. They want to stay in the shadows. They don't want people knowing who they are or what they like. This guy, Anime Sucks, he's very, very public. He's got an account on Twitter. Attached to that account is a link that if you click on it, it leads to a site with anime art, some of it very explicit, very, very explicit. He also has access to Chantal's channel. He knows about her being on YouTube, but he also knows about the people that react to Chantal. And if he's got anything on Chantal, and I'm pretty sure he does have stuff on Chantal, if he chooses to, he could put out one tweet about something that he knows and absolutely rock her world. And if it's on Twitter, what is she going to do about it? She has no dominion on Twitter. And Girl World will pick it up like wildfire. One or two tweets, and within an hour, there's going to be at least 6 to 8 reaction channels talking about whatever it is. And then the next hour after that, we've all picked it up. We're all talking about it. We're all reacting to it. So by involving yourself with a very public, very egotistical, needing his ego stroked feeder, she has no idea of the floodgates that she opened up, especially if she's done private stuff with him that might be of a very, shall we say, salacious or scandalous nature. Also, one thing for Foodie, because I know she watches my reacts, Chantal, I know you probably think I'm cracked and crazy, but I keep picking up off of you that you've got heart problems. I keep picking up that you've got some sort of a blockage or half blockage in perhaps one of your arteries. I keep hearing stents. You need like a stent or stents around your heart, like one of the arteries. That part of the problem is the reason why you're having trouble breathing is because you're not getting enough oxygen in your blood. I keep hearing now like oxygen, like something about you need more oxygen. And you can't just solve that with your CPAP machine. You might want to go to the doctor and make sure that like you've got enough blood flow and oxygen going to everything because you might need a stint or two, but there might be like a half blockage there. So just take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, Spirit says she's going to act extremely naive and gullible around this situation. Like, I don't know what just happened. A study and apprenticeship is needed if she's going to continue to go down that road. Okay, Chantel. Love spells, potions, rituals, attraction, self-love, and romance. And this has to do with the home, whatever, wherever she living. That's, And there's a lot of sexual energy, and emotion. And there's a lot of eyes, but she's eye to eye with the demons within her. And Spirit, again, is acknowledging it's time to take a step back. It's time to withdraw. It's time to reevaluate. It's time to reflect and gain a new perspective and pause. Second time we see that. I don't know what you're doing in this home. And it also makes me feel like she's trying to manifest a new home. But there's some things that you do in your home that are very interesting. It's very questionable. I don't know how you make your money. I don't know what you be doing, but I always get this energy like OnlyFans or allegedly this stuff. Thank you.
If she's doing feeder content, Neo, And just to give you some information, feed in the food fetish world, there are feeders who are into the food fetish. That people that like to see other people eat food for their entertainment, perhaps even for their arousal. Sometimes the feeder request can get rather intimate. And I feel that Chantal, for a long time, on the down low, in private, she's, fulfilling some feeder request of a more intimate nature. So maybe that's why you're picking up on that.
Yeah. Okay, so there's this energy of you, there's a crush, but then someone is also keeping a promise. And it always makes me feel like there's more than one person within this relationship. Okay, very interesting. And people are watching this shit go down. But there's also dates happening. Um, and this is affecting the true love, the love story, the once upon a time, this fairy tale marriage or love story that you are creating. And spirit says that there's actually a lot of arguments happening and putting one another in their place. Now let's talk about this visa run that Subby pulled out. That Subby said, this visa run.
Oh,
Interesting. So this visa run, you're doing a lot of catering. I see a lot of food here, a lot of eating, a lot of getting spoiled, a lot of treating. And you guys told me about this hijabi but there's red. All of this red is acknowledging that you need to get grounded. You need to get rooted. But when it comes to this visa run, so you're spoiling yourself. You're doing a lot of treating and catering, eating in, dining in. And this has to do with expecting. There's a pregnancy and or full of manifestation. But this is causing a lot of anger. You're really angry right now. Spirit is acknowledging that you need anger management around this. What is her energy around Salah? Okay, there's a recording, an announcement. Something is getting ready to be revealed. I said that at the beginning of this reading. Okay, so Foodie, Beauty, and Salah. Okay, so again, it feels like you're doing a lot of eating, a lot of being, dining in, feeling very spoiled. He is participating in this. There's also something that's very outdated about this situation. And there's some kind of clips or videos of some sort that is expired, disused. Old news is discarded, but it's coming back up. It's coming back up. What is this about? And it's going to make you feel like you're under a spiritual attack. Fighting off negative energies and fighting a spiritual warfare and needing to clear your energy when it comes to Salah. Oh goodness. Okay, when it comes to Salah, is he spending time with his family and you don't hate anything about him and about them, but you also feel like you're getting played, manipulated, lies, controlling, and pulling a string. And this is layered because it feels like he's doing it to you and you're doing it to him. Is he spending time with family and you're like, I don't hate anything about them, but you feel like you're isolated. You feel like you're being pulled there, being pulled here. There's this pulling of the strings. And the clock says 3:42. 3:42 is significant.
and I'm getting a message right now, Chantal. If you feel like somebody's pulling your strings, there's only one way to stop that. Cut the strings. Disconnect yourself. Remove yourself from people, places, situations where you do not belong and you don't belong and you will never belong. Cut the strings. Go home. Do what you need to do. You're staying somewhere where you should not be, around people that you don't belong around. It's time to go home. Cut the doggone strings. You could put an end to all the misery you feel by just cutting the strings and just admitting to yourself that whatever it is you're trying to make work is not working. Downsize and go home.
Significant. All right, so family comes up. What about Salah's family and Chantal? There's envy. It's under investigation. Uh-oh. And there's a fake apology. Apologizing for what?
Uh-oh.
Oh, creating stress. Feeling like you kicked somebody to the curb. What happened? You need to check yourself. You're insecure. You're depressed. And somebody got caught up.
Again?
Thank you, Spirit.
Salah always getting caught up. That man never stops getting caught up. He gets caught up again and again and again. How many times is it going to take? How many times is he going to get caught up? If I didn't know any better, I'd swear he was purposely getting caught, hoping that the time that he gets caught that she'd leave. He might be doing it on purpose.
And it's being investigated. There's a fake apology. Interesting. Chantal, Foodie Beauty, current energy. Okay, so there's this energy of you acknowledging that you're making a lot of money, or there's going to be a whole bunch of money to some type of deed or trust fund or inheritance.
Oh boy, inheritance. I really hope this, if it's an inheritance, I hope that this inheritance that's being spoken about is it a reference to Pete's money? If maybe, like, look, I'll tell you guys what. I did kind of a private reading on Pete's just last night with a friend. I wanted to see what was going on. Here's what my cards told me. That Chantal is still badgering Pete's or trying to. Like he's kind of in conflict right now. He cares about Chantal, but at the same time, he really can't help Chantal. Believe it or not, the time that he has spent away from Chantal, he has grown just a little bit. Like he is dreading her coming back to Canada because he knows that he is still, I don't want to say vulnerable. I want to say easily persuaded by her. Like she knows what to say to him to get her way, that he will bend under pressure. He doesn't want the pressure. So he's got this inner conflict of I care about this person, but at the same time, I don't want her around because she brings the stress. And I know that if she comes around me, she's going to be asking me for money. She's going to be blowing up my phone. She's going to be bothering me. And I don't want the pressure. He doesn't respond well to pressure. So he doesn't know quite what to do. He's in a position where he can't help her. He has what he has money-wise, but he's got to make that stretch until he can find another job. But he is afraid of Chantal coming back and putting the pressure on him, like love bombing, which turns into pressuring him and look at all that I did for you while I lived with you in Canada and you owe me this and him buckling under the pressure. And then if she sucks him dry of all the money that he has, he's going to be in a position of, well, if she goes under and then I lose all my money, then I'm going to go under too. And I can't afford to go under. There are people around Pete's that they are trying to talk some sense into him. And he does have his protective guides, of course. We all do. But he is not, the feeling that I got from Pete's reading is that he is not entirely happy about Chantal coming home. Whatever it is that happened the last time that she came back from Canada, there was a disagreement of sorts. Maybe she tried to ask for a lot of money and he didn't give it up. And then there was a falling out of sorts. And that led to bitterness or bad feelings. But something shifted. Something definitely shifted to the point where now, if she might come back home to Canada at some point, he's not feeling the same kind of joy that he did before with her. It's almost there's a feeling of dread of like, I miss her, but at the same time, I don't want her to come back. Because if she comes back, I know what she's going to do. And I don't want to deal with that. Do you understand? So I hope that, I don't know if she's counting on Pizza's money to save her, to put her up in a place. She's like looking towards him. She's calling him. She's contacting him. But she really does need to leave Pizza alone. Leave his money alone, Chantal.
And with the Four of Pentacles, Spirit said that that's going to cause you to have to shed the old and let go of people, possessions, or issues. It feels like there's this energy of her feeling like there's something coming, there's money coming, then there's this unwarranted fear of poverty. And so there's this interesting energy here that you're going to be trying to make money, doing things. I see Virgo energy here, doing things to kind of make money. Sexual sacral energy, solar plexus energy is on this card as well. But you're also going to be losing it.
I also want to say something else. Another message for you, Foodie. Whatever fear you have about poverty or going homeless or going without and going broke, you won't have that fear if you let go of two things: the addiction and the people supporting the addiction. You spend so much time and so much energy on feeding and satisfying your addictions and catering to those who are focused around keeping that addiction going. But if you could find a way to get on the recovery side of things, it would free up so much, and you wouldn't have to spend so much time and so much money to keep that addiction happy. You spend more money and time on the addiction than you do your own life, than you do your real self and taking care of yourself and getting healthy. I mean, taking care of your addiction and satisfying it is literally a full-time job. If you let go of the addiction, then you'd also not have as much fear.
As soon as you get it, you're going to lose it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so you're manifesting on the surface side. I'm going to get all this money, da 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 da. It's like you're trying to find new ways to make money, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as you make it, you lose it. And so now you're back to manifesting and figuring out which way to go, what's going to bring me opportunities, what's going to fulfill my fantasy. You're wishfully thinking. All right. Foodie Beauty and the Visa Run. This has to do with partnership and love. We're connection. And with the Four of Pentacles, letting go of people and or possessions, issues, losing though. The heart chakra has imbalances, boundaries have imbalances, and money. And so this Visa run, who's paying for this? Spirit is acknowledging. Okay. Anyway, with the Ace of Pentacles, with a lack of money, poor financial control, and a lack of opportunities or lost opportunities, this is what's coming with this Visa run. It's like draining your account. You're constantly, how much do them things cost? I don't even know, but that's just the energy that's coming up. But yeah, it feels like it's just not working out. And Spirit wants me to continue to talk about this energy, this Two of Cups. What about this energy when it comes to her Visa run? So lack of enthusiasm, sadness, unrealistic expectations, ego, conceitedness, miscarriage, oppression, stillbirth, abortion, obstacles just not coming to fruition. Whatever you're trying to manifest is like blocked with the Sun card in reverse. It's just not happening. Interesting. What is her biggest obstacle?
Another thing this is coming at me. Chantal, you're all about manifesting in whatever form that takes, for whatever reason it is. You're all about the manifesting. But really, what you should be focusing on is the reason for the manifest. For what reason are you trying to manifest something, whether it's money or food or men? The reason matters. Is it worthwhile to manifest something if it doesn't work for your whole benefit? Because right now, the manifesting, it's revolving around bad things. It's revolving around your addictions and keeping up the illusion of the self rather than taking care of the self. You've lost touch with your real self. You lost touch with it years ago. You're no longer a person anymore. You are a persona, a YouTube persona. You want to live completely in that persona all the time. And even the most professional actor or actress playing a role in a movie or a TV show or whatnot, they play a role for a short period of time and then they let go of it. And then they go back to the dressing room, they take the makeup off, they put their street clothes on, and they walk out the door. They leave the role behind. Your problem is you never leave the role of Foodie Beauty behind. You've given everything to this persona and you ignore the person. You haven't taken care of the person, Chantal Marie, in years. Chantal Marie, the person, doesn't have friends, doesn't have anyone to talk to. Foodie Beauty can go online and talk to people whenever she wants. Your life is so lonely that even when you go out and have dinner, you got to have your phone on. You got to bring your audience with you because that's the only companionship you really have. But you let your persona that you created swallow your real self whole to the point where you're so out of touch with it. You're so disconnected from it. Like, you're not concerned about your real self. You're not concerned about real life. You're not concerned about real health problems. Although those problems are stacking up, regardless if you're paying attention to them or not. But just this total immersion into the fake and the fantasy and the mirage and the illusion that you try to paint in front of everybody. You want everybody to look at it and smell it and taste it. And this is my life. And it's all fake. It's not the real you. It's the fantasy you. And the crazy thing is, the fantasy you isn't even happy. It's the illusion of happy. And it's not a well done illusion because we can see the anger and the misery and the loneliness right there on the surface. You are fooling no one. You're not even fooling yourself.
Current energy. Refusing to compromise, stubborn, rigid, obstinate, last one standing is an obstacle. A foolish defensive position is an obstacle. Weakened immune system is an obstacle. And that's with the Nine of Wands in reverse, fire sign, throwing water on a flame. With the Six of Pentacles, again, unpaid bills, money problems, bad debts, greed, selfishness, stinginess, biting the hand that feeds you, all are obstacles. And then the Eight of Pentacles, that job, that entrepreneurial journey that you are on is just bearing no fruit.
No.
You're losing money. Heart chakra has imbalances and or delays. You're meeting obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. This is a repetitive or a boring job. Failure is coming. Overspending, debt, laziness, and underqualified are all obstacles. When it comes to Foodie Beauty and Salah, listening to your higher intuition because you know higher intuitively something's not right here. Shedding the old, letting go of people, possessions, or issues. Thank you, Spirit, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. But losing money, like, it's constantly acknowledging that this relationship is costing you so much more
Yeah.
than what you have. It's like debt, debt, debt. Unwarranted fear, poverty, boundaries are being trampled upon with the Hangman in reverse, discontent, apathy, disinterest, stagnation, impulsiveness, negative patterns, and detachments. All right. When it comes to Salah's family and Chantel, Foodie Beauty, something flipped over. Thank you. Gossip, malicious lies, bias, loss, misery, Queen of Swords in reverse, one who puts people down and can't be trusted. They don't trust you, and there's teamwork. They working against you, child. They trying to figure out some stuff on your tail, and they're paying attention to detail, okay? They're making sure that you have obstacle after obstacle after obstacle with the Empress. Insecurity, infertility, lack of confidence, lack of growth, overbearing tendencies, disharmony, and negligence.
I'm telling you, Chantal, you don't belong there. You never belong there. You're not being accepted by the family. They want nothing to do with you. They don't like you. You've just been hiding out in Kuwait. It's time to go home. It's just time to go. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, what exactly are you hanging on to in Kuwait that you can't get in Canada? The illusion, the mirage? Well, the mirage is falling apart. People can see right through it. But I think the reason why you hold on to the mirage, the illusion, the fantasy world, the non-reality is that if you let reality seep in just a little bit, you might fall apart. To admit that your life is not the perfect picture that you've tried to paint in front of everybody, that things are a bit more stark than what you've led some people to believe. That you don't want to be an ordinary person leading an ordinary life. With you, everything has to be larger than life. If people live in a house, you have to live in a mansion. If other people have X amount of money, you're supposed to have more. You put expectations on yourself that are absolutely ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with having an ordinary life. I would rather have a happy, ordinary life than a larger than life lie. And you got to keep lying and lying and lying to keep up. And it's costing you money, and you're going into debt, and you're staying in debt. And no matter how much money you make, you're still in debt. You're still broke, and you're still miserable. I mean, make it make sense. Why not be happy? Why not be healthy? Why not take care of oneself instead of just running in circles?
Why they don't like her?
Oh, girl, don't get me started on how many reasons we have not to like Chantal. There's so many.
Like,
I mean, you felt her energy, Neo. You know, she's got some energy that is just nasty. It's not nasty, it's nasty.
they said because she's refusing to compromise, she's obstinate, rigid, she's a foolish, defensive person, a weakened immune system, and carelessness with a nine of wands in reverse, fire sign energy in reverse, weakened immune system. Talk to me about her health, spirit. Yeah, seduction, lies. This is why your health is poor. Fire sign in reverse. Okay. Strict, disorganized, prudish, moralistic person who tries to impose their values on others. And so your health, spirit is like the insides. You're out. How do I say that? How do I say what you're trying to tell me? The way that what she holds on the inside is what you see on her outside. It's like her inside is mirroring. It's a
her inside ugly is showing out to its outside ugly. Yep, that sounds about right. Like that inside ugly is coming out. It's coming out through the skin. You can feel that energy. It's nasty.
reflection. Her outside is a reflection of who she is on the inside. Thank you, spirit. And so that's your business. Like, I'm not about to tell you like what you look like. You know what you look like. Okay. Overburdened, overloaded, responsibility, stress, problems, weight on the shoulders, duty, drudgery, obligation, saddle, restricted, burnt out, uphill struggle, taken for granted, taking on too much delays. Fire sign again. Fire sign is all over these cards. All right, what is her biggest obstacle when it comes to the visa run? Subby says she on a visa run. Trouble is coming out of one frying pan into the fire. Fire just won't let go. Lack of progress is an obstacle. The Six of Swords. Underqualified. Unrequited love is an obstacle, illusion, escapism, lies, someone with a fragile sense of identity, and poor personal boundaries. That keeps coming out. Okay. When it comes to the visa run, and remember, our biggest obstacle in reverse, blocked creativity, not learning from the past mistakes, whatever you're trying to do, whatever manipulation, whatever manifestation you're trying to put is getting blocked. Okay, with indecision, frustration, and or delays. And I'm just gonna completely keep it a buck with y'all. My ancestors are starting to step in, and they are lightweight a little bit pissed with her. I am gonna say a little bit. I don't.
Girls, just say what you feel. Say it. Say it.
I'm gonna just keep it cute.
Mm-hmm.
My ancestors like, don't fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just keep it cute. Don't do it. They now they talking, and listen, it's not gonna work, sis. It's not gonna work. Not for me. Not with me. Ain't gonna work. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I don't even like to talk like that, but my ancestors are telling me that you've been trying to do some little, it never gonna work. Never gonna work. Keep trying. Look.
And by the way, Chantal, whomever you got going against Neo or anybody else, you can just tell them to stop. And I'm not saying that arrogantly, because who am I? I'm a reactor, but I also do tarot readings. But I'm just, once again, I'm just going to focus. I am the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I am the messenger. I am here as a messenger, just giving you a warning. I'm not issuing a threat. I'm giving you a warning. I'm giving you the warning to try to caution you against bringing more chaos and destruction and negative energy into your life. You've already got an abundance of it. You need to stop. Whoever or whomever you've got doing things on your behalf, because I know you're not doing it. You don't have the strength, you don't have the energy, nor the experience to get things done. You're going to other people to do things on your behalf, thinking if they do things on my behalf, that removes you from the circle of damage or consequence. It doesn't, because your intention started the circle, and the result is the end of the circle. You are very much in it. You need to stop. Everybody has protective guides and protective energy. You have no energy in your battery. If you're going through other people to get things done, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And it has to do with the intention. You're putting out bad intention and bad energy. And what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be draining your own battery and creating more consequences to yourself. Is your life not chaotic enough? If you want good things for yourself, there are positive ways to get it without hurting other people, without going after people or trying to affect other people. So if there's somebody that say is a reactor or they're a tarot reader, they're just putting their opinions out there, but they're not actively trying to hurt you. But you going up and beyond by going to other people to get things done on your behalf, madam, no. As a messenger, I'm saying you really do need to stop. I know you keep ignoring me. I know that you hear me, you're ignoring me, but I'm going to keep delivering the message until you figure it out. But I guess you're not going to figure it out until the tower completely falls around you. Then maybe you might have to listen. Maybe you might learn then. But leave Neo alone.
Spirit said, go ahead and tell him. Okay, show me what she do. Show me what she been doing. What she tried to do. Oh. Okay, so you try to attack my finances, not gonna work. You try to attack my boundaries, not gonna work. You try to touch my attack my heart chakra, not gonna work. Okay, not gonna work. Trying to shake me, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Try to disrupt the home, but see, because subconsciously, for me, because I'm moving love and light, I'm always gonna be happy. I'm always gonna have a happy family. I'm always gonna have, domestic bliss, abundance, caring. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's not gonna work, sissy. My ancestors working overtime. The team that I work with don't play.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make sure that I'm abundant every single time. Every single time. Don't do it. The Three of Pentacles. Don't do it. So you better try somebody else. Anyway, what's next for What's next for Foodie Beauty? So that knight in shining armor is coming with the Knight of Cups to take all your money, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Bad business, financial, bad business and or financial management, not finishing what you started. Whatever you trying to sow will not bear fruit. It just won't, because it is this connection that you have with this person. There's discontent, apathy, disinterest, stagnation, impulsiveness, negativity, and negative patterns and detachment. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.
Wonderful reading by Neo Tarot. Thank you so much for doing that for us, Neo. Really appreciate it. And again, for those of you that have never heard of Neo Tarot, you're new to my channel, please look down below in the description of this video. You'll find the original link for the original video. I encourage everyone to check out Neo Tarot, all of her wonderful content on her channel, and give it a like, give her a sub, tell her how much you enjoy her doing these readings on Foodie. And again, don't forget to check out her other stuff. All right, so that's it for this react. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to get started with the other stuff that I have to do react-wise. And I hope you guys have a good one. So until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.